That's what they do. Thank you, fellas. Let's go to the NFL. For most teams, 3 straight 12-5 seasons, it's pretty good, right? Not in Dallas, where the Cowboys sized expectations, especially since they haven't won a Super Bowl since 1995, and they haven't really done much this offseason, including giving Dak Prescott a new deal. Owner Jerry Jones had a pretty interesting explanation for that today. Listen up.
You may be working on it and not moving anything but your eyebrows. Who in the world would think that we're not working on it? I work on it. It pops open at 2 in the morning sometimes. What your actually question is why don't you have something done and negotiated and put in the drawer? Well, we'd like to see some more leaves fall. We'd like to see some more action. It's called option. And so you never know. You might give money to somebody that you shouldn't have given it to. You got 2 or 3 of those names around here for me? I've been reading about them all week. So I know they're out there. I shouldn't have handed it off as quick. Should have gone on out and seen a few more. See some more defense before I either pitched it or kept it. I want to see a few more cards played, candidly. If you got trouble with when the timing is around here, it's because I'm not ready to go.
Oh, we're so glad to bring in our NFL reporter, Jeff Darlington. We just heard Jerry Jones there. You tell us, give us some insight as to where things stand right now with the long-term deal with Dak Prescott.
Well, I can tell you the reason for that question is because Dak Prescott has made pretty clear publicly now that he doesn't see much movement, in fact, no movement really, in the negotiations between Prescott and the Cowboys. Now, we know going into this offseason that Prescott seemingly held all the leverage. He's owed $55 million this coming season. And then if he does reach March in free agency without a new deal, there'll be even more dead cap money that the Cowboys have to deal with. So it is an incentive for the Cowboys to get this deal done. You obviously understand that Jerry Jones is saying that he wants to get this deal done. But if he doesn't, this will be a 1-year contract essentially this coming season for Dak Prescott, and then the Cowboys and Dak will have to go from there.
Yeah, you mentioned leverage, at least in terms of on the field. Dak took care of his part, finished second in MVP voting last season. A good quarterback, hard to find. Just ask the Commanders. Certainly they've got a need there, and they hold the number 2 pick right now. What more can you share with us about what they'll do with that number 2 pick?
Well, I can tell you this. Adam Peters, the general manager of the Commanders, has made very clear that they are firm with staying in that second spot, and they are targeting the quarterback position. Of course, which quarterback they're going to take at number 2 remains to be seen. We'll have to wait for Thursday for that. But again, publicly, that's what Peters is saying, and then privately, in my conversations with the Commanders, they are also making clear that they plan to stay put. Other teams have reached out to see if they're willing to give up that pick, if maybe the quarterback that they want could be had later. But the Washington Commanders are not, quote, getting too cute. Instead, they're sitting there and they're going to get their quarterback when the time comes.
Something they've done quite a bit. The Commanders have selected 5 quarterbacks in the first round in the common draft era, all since '94. It's tied with the Browns for the most first-round quarterbacks in the last 30 years. Are the standard on drafting not being an exact science. Jeff Darlington joining us with the latest ahead of Thursday's NFL draft.